Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the B-Hole coming at you guys live from Phnom Penh. I got my buddy Stanford Reid. What's up, Stanford?
What's going on, man?
So, Stanford, you've been here for how many weeks now?
I've been in Asia or Cambodia. Cambodia. This is my third time in Cambodia. This time I've been here for about 2 weeks. Last time I was here for about a week apiece.
And I haven't seen you perform, but from what I understand, you're like the Renaissance man when it comes to music. Like, you can play anything, pretty much. Or was I being lied to?
No, I play pretty much all the instruments that you would have in your basic like 5-piece band, plus saxophone, and it's enabled me to be able to express myself in a lot of different ways, and for some reason I think about how to play each of the instruments. So I play bass in one style and I play sax in another style, and I even like try to make my styles better by battling.
Are you emotional when you play?
That can happen.
Because I played drums for 10 years of my life. When I was much younger, I was in bands and everything, and I was an emotional drummer. You know, like I had technique and all, but I loved to get that power and get my aggression out. So, but I guess on the saxophone, it's kind of hard to, get fucking aggressive with that. So, like, when did you get into it? Like, playing music?
I've been playing music my whole life.
Just your whole life. Okay. Do you have like
I can remember.
Like a favorite instrument? Like one that you prefer? You like them all?
No, it's for times. Like right now, guitar is the one I'm learning. I like to learn, so I guess
sure.
Maybe on saxophone I don't feel like I'm learning as much as I do on guitar because I've been.
Well, you could probably do more with the guitar. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know much about saxophones. I mean, when I was in middle school band class, I played trombone for a bit, and that's the most experience I got with that. So, but you were asking me about PG County, man. So you said you were asking me like if I moved from PG County.
Yeah, I said if you moved.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, the story is this: like, I grew up in small town Virginia. And then I decided to move closer to DC just like for work. And then I ended up meeting my ex-fiance, and she lived in PG County. And then I ended up living there for like 3 years. And then we broke up. We were together for about 2 years. I proposed to her in front of my family and everything. And her family didn't really like me a whole lot. She was black, and she like my family was so cool about it, but they were like. They were mad because I was white and because I was not Christian. That was the biggest thing to me. It was so fucking crazy, man. Are you like religious at all?
I guess I'm pantheistic.
What?
Pantheistic.
Pantheistic?
Pantheistic.
Pantheistic. So you believe in many things?
No, I don't believe in it. I don't.
Or
I believe in nothing.
Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. So please explain.
It's like a 50-50.
Okay.
It's always 50-50. So it's like I believe in everything because I don't believe in anything. I kind of study it and I take what value I can take from it, and I know that that there's possibilities for it to get seen from other angles. So nobody has ever seen a sphere. You've never seen a sphere.
A sphere.
A whole sphere. Yeah. No one has.
You mean a sphere like a circle?
Like a ball.
Oh yeah.
Like you've never seen it. You only seen a circle.
You mean a ball? Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting point.
You don't see a whole ball.
Interesting.
So like the imaginary line around that ball is about that I could examine it myself and know that it's there. I could also know that it was examined by somebody else. I could know that because on the other side of this ball that there's another angle you see it from.
Whoa.
So, it's like
breaking that shit. That's just pretty deep, man.
Yeah. So about that. That's just how.
How do you feel about the simulation theory? I mean, I guess if you believe in everything, then you believe in nothing too. But I mean, like, would you ever consider the possibility that we're downloaded?
The thing is, what downloaded is the fact that we know that as like a concept, as something that could be being done. It's like a mediocre probably comprehension of what that logic represents.
What do you mean?
Somebody think about something being downloaded. like what is downloaded. You have to say that, okay, so it came from up. So
Came from somewhere. Yeah.
it came from up, and you poured it down, and so that there's like a lot of schools of thought that would believe there's like there's this eternal consciousness, like this internet, with this grand connection that we all have that we can tap into. That's like it's considered above our heads because it's not here where we are.
Right,
it's not
right,
below
right.
us. It's not on. It's above our comprehension. So with that, to say that it was a simulation, yeah, it's a simulation, but this simulation is the only simulation. And to say that this simulation is the only simulation is to say that if there's a known universe or an unknown universe or whatever the hell everything is, if there's a totality, if the universe exists beyond this room right now, if it's not just this one screen, this one flat thing that I see in front of my eyes that has changes in it, that I could try to use science.
That's the thing, man. Like, do I actually have a kitchen back there? Like, is it there right now?
Yeah. Do you actually?
I can't see it.
Yeah. Do you actually?
Is it like a video game? Because you know how like when you turn a corner in like Call of Duty or whatever the fuck you play, like there's obviously nothing there, but once you turn, there is something there, and I think that's just as much of a possibility as anything else, man.
Because the only thing is it can be seen from a lot of different angles, and that's just it.
Yeah.
Because it can be seen from so many angles. I can't say that's why I'm pantheistic, because it doesn't make sense.
Pan meaning.
Pan means like a
everything, like pansexual,
like a panoramic. Panorama. Like
I never thought about
kind
that.
of everything like within possible scope.
That's deep. Okay, so pan, that the prefix comes from panorama. You're saying?
Well, it's the same. Well, it's similar to the same.
Even if it doesn't,
pan.
it still makes perfect sense.
That same pan from panorama.
Yeah.
Same pan from pansexual. Same pan from.
The fuck is pan? So pansexual means you're just down for whatever, pretty much.
I would say that it's the whole scope of sexuality.
Okay. Yeah. Well, cause like, okay, for example, like my ex-girlfriend, I don't know if you know, was transgendered. She was she had a cock, and that was fine. Cause I am gay, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but now you do. But I was saying like people were saying I was gay just because she was born a man, but every other gay guy that I've met, they don't like she-males, I guess you could say, because they're like women. And I guess the thing is, it's not so black and white, because she had the energy of a woman, man. So if me having sex with her makes me gay, and you're saying that's like the same with me having sex with like some 7 foot tall hairy guy, does that make any sense at all? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say here is, it's not so black and white, and just because you have sex with somebody that identifies as a woman, even though they're born a male, that doesn't mean that you're gay. Does that make sense?
This okay, so
maybe I'm not making
those things. No, you make sense because you make sense to yourself, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, yeah.
You're supposed to understand who you are, and now being able to put that into words until another person can fully and conceptualize who you are. And say, I understand him, I get it, and and completely understand. So when you speak about what's going on out there, like, I understand fully. It's almost impossible, but there's some people who accept whatever it is. Acceptance is beyond understanding.
Right.
It's more. That's what love is. Love is not acceptance, but it's the only thing that you could think. That's one of the main things you could think of, that you can't have love without acceptance, because you have to. Even if a person doesn't accept a part of you, if they love you at all, it's a part of you that they do love, and therefore there's a part of you that they do accept.
Right.
So like, they might not understand it. Just so happened, this is a topic of yesterday, because I was hanging out with Jay and his wife and his wife's friend, she said something, somehow the conversation ended up here, and they were talking about her brother or somebody or a friend of theirs, who is transgender, And so I was confused.
I think that Jay said someone in his family is going through the process right now. I think he's right.
When he says that, I think it means his wife family.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his concept of family is like
I got you.
family.
That
so
makes sense.
I think that it could be that could be the same story.
Yeah.
But like so they were saying that, and they were saying she, and thing is I was confused because I was like because when you said she, I wasn't sure if you were starting from where the person was born as, or saying what they not became, but it's like because see in my world I would say became because that's the only way I can see it is that they were born like say if I don't know I never knew anybody who
but if mentally they always felt like a female, they always identify with that female.
That's always
identity.
Been their reality.
Yeah, so maybe they never became female. They just always were, but they're in the wrong body. I mean, I could be wrong, but
no, there's no such thing as being. There's really no such thing as being wrong. The only reason you would say I could be wrong is because somebody could come through this door and say you're wrong because I don't agree with you. Like people say I disagree. It's like it's like
well, no, I'm saying I could be wrong. I'm not saying I am, but there's a possibility that I'm not. Because what if it's not? Because what if I say it's not factual? Then I'm wrong. Like if I say that.
What is factual?
Like if I say that your hair is long and straight. Then I'm wrong.
No, you don't have to be wrong. If the reason why I say you don't have to be wrong is because you're not wrong. Especially if, now you might not be able to put it into logic, but a person could say another person who was wise would not disagree with you. They would try to look at my hair and from the understanding that each particle of hair is really, everything is just really growing in a straight line. It's like my hair is growing like twisted up and everything. My hair's going in a straight line. When as a child, I never saw dreadlocks in person.
Really?
And I was or touched them. And I'm of Jamaican heritage.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, and but no, only one of my uncles had them, and I didn't see him that much, and I never touched his hair. Really got a chance to examine it closely. So, but I was a kid who liked to examine things in my mind. So I would try to think of how could his hair be like that, and so I just imagined that it doesn't look twisted because it will look swirly. It doesn't look swirly.
How do you do it?
It just binds itself. It does its own thing. I really don't mess with it, but like I've had different types of dreadlocks before where it was like more or less something that I got twisted and maintained the size and
is there a way to undo them?
You could comb them out. I mean, but
like your shirt. Well, yours aren't that like tight looking though, right?
It's
like,
mostly
some people with like thick ass.
It's mostly just hair. It's just
it's
like an afro. I mean, just like
it's just
hair
an uncombed.
That just grows.
So it's an afro but uncombed, pretty much, sort of.
And I can't say you're wrong.
It's an unkept. It's an unkept afro, I guess. No, it's fucking cool, man. You have cool ass hair. I actually, when I was a kid, I was really into dreadlocks myself. I always wanted to grow them because I was into Rage Against the Machine and Zach De La Rocha. I'm sure you know Rage, right?
I heard of Rage Against the
Machine. Yeah, he had the dreadlocks, but dude, I have like this shitty ass thin hair. It's not good for dreadlocks, man. I'm not gonna lie, when I see white guys with dreadlocks, I think it's fucking silly, man. What do you think about that, man? Like or like white girls that get cornrows. Let's be honest. What do you think?
So now this is where my weirdness might come out. This is where my weirdness might come out because I don't see people as that.
I got you.
But then again, I see them in a lot of ways. So like for instance, like I went to a bar and I saw there were two girls there that happened to have dreads. Both of them were white.
Yeah.
One was from Spain. No, France. Well, she's French, and the other one I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask her, but she had a bit of an accent. I can assume she's possibly French as well.
Okay.
And they both had dreadlocks, and they I could say that in my world that of examination, I like to look at things from as many possible angles as well. It's I don't know why I do it. I don't think about it. It just happens. So I saw them as being like these like Amazonian type of like that's maybe their culture type of. They had different tattoos. They worked at a tattoo shop, so they had different tattoos. And I'm like, oh wow, so they're part of this culture. So they're part of this tattoo culture. So they kind of like I saw like this tattoo culture thing intertwined, and I thought that the possible that they may be like lesbian or like sexually just more like flowing, because I feel like they more go with the flow. Like they don't seem the need to straighten their hair like as a social norm to straighten their hair. Or maybe they're just completely conforming against a social norm and having this hair, or they're aware of the fact that they aren't going with a social norm. They're not just doing what they naturally would have done. If having dreadlocks wouldn't have been connected to that kind of culture, would that be a trait that they pick up?
Yeah, because dreadlocks are seen as kind of like I guess like you're like a Rastafarian. I mean, like certain people have perceptions like they're dirty, or you're a pothead, or you're a drug addict or some shit like that. But I think that's silly. Like I think it's a great fucking hairstyle. But I think certain people, I don't want to say cultural appropriation. I don't really like that concept, but it's like certain people, it just like they're just certain. I guess I don't like hippies. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like you see motherfuckers around here in these baggy genie pants with the elephants, and they're all like, they got like the scraggly beard, the long dreadlocks, and they got like the beads and shit, and they're like one with the earth. It's so fake, man.
All right, so
I guess that's what I mean.
I have two sentiments, and I'm trying to remember them both because they're very different. Now, the one sentiment is that I can tell you why my hair is like this. I know why my hair is like this. Because my hair is like this because I fucking hate haircuts, man.
You hate haircuts?
I hate haircuts. I always have, and I hate combing my hair. Since I was a kid, I hated it. It was dreadful.
But your hair, really?
Why? I don't like it.
But like I have to add, but like, is it just the fact that you just have to sit there and someone's touching you?
No, I don't like it. The only thing that made a haircut worthwhile was the fact that when I went to work afterwards, all the girls thought it was cute.
Okay, that's something.
You know, something like that. Like
a massage? Do you like to get a massage?
A massage is not the same as a haircut.
Well, but any kind of like spa type treatment.
No, I go to massages. I love massages.
So you don't fuck with haircuts. That's so interesting.
I just don't like getting my hair cut.
And your hair looks fucking cool. Like you're the only guy I know with hair like that. That's really cool, man.
And I don't
so
like.
Funny. I've never heard anybody say I don't like haircuts. I don't like haircuts. That's so funny.
Having to do it every 2 weeks, and then the guy comes in. And then like it's like.
Yeah, but you still have to trim it now, though, right? Like the sides, I can tell you do.
Okay,
right?
so the sides is because I don't like it touching my ears too much.
What, you mean the clippers or the hair?
Yeah. So you see, that. I don't like haircuts. So if I don't, I have to. It's like life is about adapting to get what you want.
Right.
So what I wanted was not hair touching my ears. It's like when I had long dreadlocks, I stopped liking them because they started to touch my ears and my face. My hair goes up.
Really?
Because I don't like my hair touching my face.
That seems annoying.
Yeah, so now my hair, it knows like, all right, well, I'm gonna grow in the way that Stanford wants me to grow because I don't want to annoy him.
Right.
And why is that? Like, because I just made a decision just to do what I wanted to do. It just happened to go that way. Sometimes things in life just have a certain flow about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like how, if you look at wood grain or like marble, it looks like liquid even, like was in crystallizing.
Like marble tile, you mean?
Yeah, like it's like liquid was in crystallizing.
Even with some of the shit I do like that, like it's flowing right there.
It's flow. Yeah.
Flow.
Each thing was a flow. So you have that. So so you can call that flow a straight line, or you could say that it's.
Do you get into a?
But the other sentiment.
Oh sure. Yeah.
The other sentiment was this, that you see now you have to be completely understanding of other people, or you don't have to, but you can. Like think about it like this, like. You were thinking about how people might not understand how a person could be like transgender or switch or whatever. They're like, well, is this or is this that, or you this or they that, or how are you in relation to them, if your relationship with them, and this blah 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 blah, all these things. It's the same way how when you see the same sentiment that they feel, and don't understand and look at it a certain way is how you see those people when they have dreadlocks, or the beard with dreadlocks in it, and the dyed hair and the tattoos that
let people do their thing. Just let them do what the fuck they want.
Well, see, you can't really let them do it.
What do you mean? Well, what do you mean let them do it?
You can't exactly. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't let them.
So. Yeah.
You can't let them. It's not like they came in like a plastic, and then like you opened it up and then you push a button and then they like activate to do what they want to do.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. So you said you're of Jamaican, like your parents are Jamaican?
My dad was
Your dad. So where's your mom from?
My mom's slavery black.
She's slavery black. So
slavery
American.
Black, yeah, African American. I call it slavery black because African American still. If you, I know people that are African American that are not slavery black.
What do you think about the term African American? Because I mean, like, I have an opinion on it, but like, what do you think about the term?
The term African American, if you was breaking down what it means a person who is of African descent who is also of American nationality.
Okay.
So boom, you put those two things together.
So if a black guy is born in, say, Minnesota, that he's African American, or
he's of African descent.
Well,
he's born.
But then does that make me German American then? I mean, I'm of German descent.
No, it doesn't make you anything.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
It doesn't make you nothing at all.
What I'm trying to say is that I don't like it simply because it puts people into groups. I was actually talking to Jay yesterday how people put themselves like people want unity, but yet they want to put themselves in groups. Like, for example, like, I'm Asian American, I'm Latino American, I'm African American. Like, why can't we just all be American? You know, and that just makes people.
But that's a group too.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a group too.
What is a group?
American.
That's true. There you go. See?
How we just all just come from Earth. That's a group too.
There, you know what? And I
no matter what, it just happens.
And there's other.
Your body is a bunch of groups. Yeah. How about your body does not be groups? How about you tell your body to not be groups? Your body's a bunch of cells. Some of them say, "Hey, look, I don't need a nucleus. I'll just go through these fucking tunnels and take oxygen from the lungs to parts of the body."
I haven't
and that's what I'll do.
Like that.
How about your body just separate? How about different parts of your body say, "Let me just stop." All we do is shit. All we do is work with shit all day. The brain gets to think and the neurons get to do what they do, and we gotta just fucking suck the water out of shit all day.
Whoa.
How about it just separate? Exactly. It's about seeing life in that kind of unity. Not a lot of people.
I just think that a lot of the terminology it promotes segregation rather than unity. Is all I'm saying. Like does that not make sense?
It should promote segregation instead of unity.
Yeah, but
that's why we die, because your body. If it was promoting unity, wouldn't it make itself better?
Well, yeah.
How would it do that?
How would I? I'm sorry. Can you ask the question one more time?
If your body was promoting unity.
Unity with what itself?
If it really wanted to pull itself together, it would know that over time, it would leave some wiggle room. It would work hard to make itself better. So your body would instead of doing what it does and then slowly getting like not.
Can you give me an example? Because I'm not
100%
following.
Why do you die?
I guess because your body, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you can die, but.
No, okay, so if you just lived on an island, you ate good food,
and you just die naturally.
You just fucking die.
Why do you die? Yeah, I guess shit breaks down and it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, so no matter what lifestyle you live, like pretty much, you will die.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so even if you, as a consciousness, was trying to make your body better by working out,
sure,
you might die at 60.
There was a motherfucker
in good shape.
He wrote a book about jogging. He was this famous jogger, and he actually died of a heart attack, like in his 40s. And he was like promoting health, like jogging for heart health and all this, and he fucking drops dead. And then, you know, I've met guys, they smoke cigars every day, they drink, they got the big fucking like veiny alcohol nose. They live to be 90. So I guess my philosophy on life, I kind of take it, I'm not a Satanist by any means, but I do take one thing out of Satanism, and that is do what thou will. Like, do what the fuck you want to do, man. Do what you want to do with your life.
Do what you will. That's not Satanism.
No. But
that's
hold up. You're right. But one of the principles of Satanism is the opposite of not indulging. So basically, like indulgence in what you like doing what gives you pleasure and not limiting yourself. That is one principle.
That's what you can look at it. But the razor's edge of do with thou wills is what?
I'm sorry. The what now?
What's the first word of that?
Do what thou will.
Yeah.
Do,
first word.
Do. Just do. Ah.
That's the most important thing.
Do. Yeah. Like
and it's
showing
like,
up.
And it's like, and so pretty much whatever the fuck you did was what you wanted to do, because like okay, so like I don't move my hands without me. I can't say I wanted to move my hands, like, or I've had to say everything. Or why did I do this? Well, because I wanted to do it. Or why did you do that? Because I wanted to do it. So whenever somebody asks you why did you do something, oh, because I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like all right, then people will just stop asking because then they will understand that you wanted to do it. But then somebody would say, well, what does it mean to want to do something? Okay, so you want to break that down. All right, so what does it mean? Okay, so if I want to do something, that means I had a desire or a lack of something that I desired to feel, and a motivation towards feeling that, and so I. But it doesn't say want. It said whilst. So will. So want is will. How is want and will connected? Why did I start with want instead of will? Because will, people say, oh, I will do this. Will do this is like not like I won't do it. Mm. It's will this, like it's going to fucking happen. Like right. This is going to happen because right. I will do it. So do what thou willst is not so much that word speaks of definitive, like nature, like that's happening.
Do what
so do. That's it.
Just do.
It's really just do.
I guess what it means to me is just do what the fuck you want to do. Just do your own thing.
And that's what and see, if you look at it in that way, it's a way you could play that game.
Yeah, but like, what's wrong with that? Like doing what I want. I mean, like don't you want to be able to do what you want to do, right? Okay, well, so this is the only thing. Said that nobody can tell you nothing about that, right? This is what happened. You'll live and you'll die, and you'll have a son or daughter maybe, or people who just met you and knew you. Probably never had kids. Okay, well, people who knew you, people know I know you, so that at least you have one person that knows you. And so there's people who like will know you to some degree, and they'll have maybe their opinion that they form of you, especially when they find out you're died, that it comes to the surface. They'll think about it maybe they reflect. The people who come to your funeral even. Those people or people who remember you as being a person who lived and now died will say, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that, he did this. Some of them, no. Some of them will at some point say, you know what, I want to learn directly from his example. Some people say, I want to learn from his example. I want to learn from whose example? Yours. Just anybody. Okay. Learn from my example. They want to learn from your example, exactly. Like for instance, if like when Michael Jackson died, how many people were like, oh shit, like Michael Jackson. Damn, he died. Oh man, let me listen to his music. Let me watch the documentaries. They came when Prince died. Oh, Purple Rain marathon. Oh, let's watch Purple Rain together. Let's talk about Prince. Everybody's talking about Prince's philosophy. Oh, he was really big on this issue. He was really big on that issue. Wow, it's funny. Why did he think that was so important? Why was he so into chemtrails? My thing about death, he was into he talked a lot. He was actually pretty homophobic. He was like an outspoken homophobe too. I mean, surprising coming from a guy who wears dresses and fucking there's fucking boots. There's nothing wrong with a person being homophobic. The reason why I can say there's nothing wrong with it because they have the right to live the life they want. Now they can have a lack of information. Like for instance, if I was homophobic, the moment you said that you were gay, I could have been like, oh man. Maybe he's coming on to me or something like some stuff like that but that's how a person can see it. Sure. And that's what in their mind and see the thing is like I'm a person I'm just a guy and I live the life I live. So in my life I have been hit on by guys before, and there's some who are like really nice about it.
And when you see him really nice
Somewhere
about
a
it,
little forward,
you're like when they're nice about it, you're like. Oh yeah. You're like thank you, man. You can tell the compliments are geared in the direction.
But
you're like
it's a little flattering, right? It's flattering, right?
It's flattering. Is not like I'm not really like prone to the feeling of flattery. More or less, it's just like it's a nice person I'm having a conversation with, and that's just it.
Oh, you're cool.
And like and just so happen they might have some kind of attraction or like ulterior motive to talk. I talk to girls who have a thing for me that I don't really see in that way. And you know, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with them having their thoughts or whatever. You know, now I have had one that I sensed was going to be forward. I could just sense it. I could smell it.
Was it like
his body language?
Was it like on the street or something?
No, it was after a performance.
Oh, was that your show?
Yeah, and I sensed it. I sensed that he was about to be kind of forward because me, I can say that if you look at the definition of what androgynous is, I can say that I'm androgynous. I am androgynous. Yes, I am.
You mean by the way you look?
No, androgynous is not about the way you look. Androgynous is about having. Androgynous is really at the razor's edge about having more or less a balanced energy and a balanced
I see what you mean.
Perception or of those
like
energies.
A masculine and feminine, or not even that.
Energies, yes. That's those. You can call it those energies because that's what we usually call those energies. You can call it positive
so
or negative, or positive or cathodic.
Sure. So you're a balanced type of guy.
Balance.
Like you're straight, I guess. Like do you have?
Well,
a girl?
it's not about for me. It's not about being straight. I have a sexual.
Everything I say is awesome.
I have a sexual attraction towards women.
Got you. Yes.
And I in life I have had times where it was like when I was learning about the feminine nature, right? And the learning about the feminine nature, especially like if you like, I don't know if you practice like yoga or Buddhism or whatever, that talks about the balance of energies. It mainly associates one side with being about love, because one side is like a lot more logical, and the other side is love. Now a lot of times we'll put that logic over love. Mm-hmm. The lemic one of the thing is like, and that thing is not, it's not just do what thou wilt. That's why that's not Satanism. That's from Thelema. Thelema is do what thou wilt. That is the it says do what thou wilt. That is the law. Love is the law. Love under will. Love under will. So it means like love is like more or less a connection to things, but the connection to things is under what things do, not above.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
So science, but so like it's like we put science above, or like the logic of will, like above what love is. Love under will. So if it was a fraction, love goes under will. And the reason why love goes under will is because what you will do is different than what you love. What is love?
What is love?
Then you could say it's love. Love is connected to it's undefined, but what you will do is. It just
seems like an innate feeling though. Like love is just an innate. You just know it. You have it, just in you all the time, right?
Yeah. So what you will do is above that.
Okay. Interesting.
What you do is above that.
What I do is above love.
Just it has to be, every time. Because people love people, but they do harmful things to them.
True.
What you do is above love. You love your family, but you move far away.
Like I love
what
my mother,
you do
but
is
sometimes
above
I
love.
treat her like shit.
And you live in Asia. And does she live in Asia?
My mother?
Yeah.
She lives a few blocks down the street.
She lives. Oh shit.
Yeah, we actually lived together, but this last week we both moved out and got new places.
Well, that's.
I'm super thankful to have my mom here, man.
That's so different. You're the first Westerner that mom wasn't here visiting.
Well, she actually came here because I have a YouTube channel, right? I don't know if Jay told you about that, but I have a YouTube channel. My mom hated it at first because of the way I act on it, but then it inspired her to move to Cambodia because my parents are divorced, and she came here last April.
Before you.
No. She came in April 2016. I came in March 2015.
Okay.
So I've been here for 2 years. She's been here for almost a year. And then she had her own place for a while, and then, you know, one thing led to another, and yeah, we ended up sharing the house for a little bit, but it's better if we have our own place, man. I can only stay with my mom for so long.
Yeah,
Love you, Mom, sorry,
yeah.
but plus, yeah, I mean, but she's right down the street, and dude, I'm so fucking lucky that my mom's here, man.
And
To help take care of me, and I can take care of her. It's fucking beautiful. Are you close with your parents, or?
well, my dad passed, and we still maintain closeness.
Your dad passed.
Yeah, he died.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry.
And we still maintain closeness. My mom, she's alive, and we don't have any closeness. She also doesn't have any memory, so it's like
Ouch.
the closeness.
No memory. Would she have like Alzheimer's?
More or less, yeah. And the closeness has been removed by nature, but it was always removed by nature since a very long time. It was her duty to do what she did, as you want to say, like destiny, like that life has a design. Like what life does is above the design of life. We were talking about something else that we kind of left, that we're still talking about it, but we're on like the underside of it.
Talking about the love and will.
Yeah.
Talking about that.
But
like how there's people you love but you still do bad things with them.
No. That's the lane we crept over into, and that's a cool place to go. That I feel like that doesn't really bring us to any point. You know, it doesn't really bring us anywhere, because at the end of the day, this life is mainly about that ebb and flow of things, and that things have their natural flow that they just do, and that you have your own life, and we can't really evaluate it until you die, and that you could balance your energies out. And what's that mean? Like, that's like if you were just like floating in a stream, would you want to be off center, or would you want to like if you learn how to float, you kind of like float balanced.
Sure.
You know, like, even if you want to rotate, you can float and spin, I guess, rotate in water. You could develop that. People I've seen, like, synchronized swimming, do all kind of stuff in water. You know, so you could learn how to.
Do you write ever? Do you write your thoughts down?
I don't write my thoughts down.
Because I mean, you're you're clearly a very intelligent guy, and you have like it's kind of funny because like everything I say, like you analyze it and pick it apart, which is interesting. It's like I say you're straight, and you're like, well, you know, like
you're the perfect person. You're the perfect person to have a conversation with, because you're smiling right now.
Yeah.
You know how that.
Like, I'm not mad.
No.
It's interesting.
No. What I'm saying, yeah, that you are the person that that considers that interesting.
Yeah.
There's a person who that pisses them off.
Sure. Well, because people don't like being correct, and you're not really
even correcting.
Yeah, you're just exactly. You're giving me your perspective, and it's an interesting new perspective. And you know, you were saying how you like to look at things in different angles, and I was thinking maybe that kind of correlates and translates into your music skills, because you play so many different instruments, and you look at like you were saying that when you play a bass. I
think about being a bassist.
Well, yeah, you think about being a bassist, but not only that, you think of different ways to even use it, like different possibilities to play it.
Yeah.
I think that clearly translates into your like philosophies in life too. So that's pretty fucking cool, man. But I wanted to ask you, so where'd you grow up, man? You're from Brooklyn or
Baltimore?
Oh, Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Yes, I was not far from.
Lovely town, by the way.
It has a certain charm. a lot of Baltimore.
It definitely has a bad rap.
Suffering is like not a wrong word. It's a word to use, but people don't know how to hear that word. Suffering sounds like no. What I can say is that Baltimore has a certain thing that it produces a lot of creative people. A lot of creative people have come out of Baltimore, Maryland, man.
Is that right?
I played at jazz clubs where I played with people who play with people all around the world, and I've been in New York and played at places where there's just people, just musicians. Like it's just like like this guy plays guitar and he might be incredible. Like wow, he's incredible.
Right.
And you think like man, these people might end up being famous one day. Like because these people are amazing. And you never know what's gonna happen to anybody. But like there's some people who like that was them 20 years ago and that's still them in New York City right now. Then there's a person told me this in the train station in New York City. I can't remember the guy's name right now. It's like right off the. It's right on the tip of my thing. I think his name was Thomas. He plays drums. Yeah. New York City. Probably if it was daytime there, he'd probably playing at Union Square. Thomas. Shout out to Thomas, man. I think his name is Thomas. I'm pretty sure it's Thomas. But he plays drums in New York City, and he
plays drum set.
No, well he's percussionist. So he plays like African drums and tribal drums.
Yeah.
And I played sax. He asked me to jam with him one day, and I played saxophone with him in the train station.
On the street, or the train station. Yeah. That's so cool, man. Did you guys like have fucking what's it called?
Like making money, like
like people throw in the hat or whatever.
A little bucket out there, yeah. So we played for a second. He told me about the saxophone curse, but it's really a saxophone blessing. But you can call it a saxophone curse because to everyone else, this awesome saxophonist that plays in the train station, and all of a sudden one day he just like fucking vanishes. Next thing you know, he's fucking in Italy, touring around the world playing saxophone. And then I remember him saying that to me. I remember being in a train station, trying to play saxophone to make some extra money to. Did
you do well with it?
To go on world tour.
Right.
Go on tour.
Did you actually make money playing saxophone in the train station?
Yeah, when I was supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
When I was supposed to.
Oh, when you're supposed to. I see.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50.
I
got a $50 bill one day.
Oh fuck! Hell yeah!
And that day I made $80 in like 40 minutes.
That's awesome.
Because of that $50.
Here in Cambodia, you have a lot of street beggars, and the only time I ever give is when they're doing something, and it's typically they're playing music, and I always appreciate that. So, like, if you're gonna be homeless, then do something. Like, fucking play an instrument, make some music. So, I mean...
If I was homeless, I would clean the streets.
Well, that's what a lot of people do, too.
No, they pick up bottles to change.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I would do that, too, but I would pick up all trash. And what I would do is I would take it, and I would find one place that it wouldn't harm the environment and put it there. Like a place where the city would eventually begin to find
Let's say you're in Baltimore.
If I was in Baltimore, where would I put it in Baltimore? Where would I put the trash?
Yeah.
I'll put that shit right in front of Camden Yards.
Right in front of Camden Yards.
Right in front of Camden Yards. I'll put it right. I would take the light rail. I would go from parts of town.
That's
I'll take the train.
You said it so like it's a matter of like I'll put it right in front of Camden Yards.
Right in front of Camden Yards. Yep. I'll put it right in front of Camden Yards. Yep.
Alrighty.
Because they clean there every day. And they would be like, who the fuck is putting this trash here? The guy that's cleaning the city. Are you gonna lock me up?
Yeah, but then they probably get you for littering because then you're taking a bunch of trash and making.
So then they tell me where to put the trash.
Yeah, they'll probably say the landfill. Wouldn't that be the better option, dude? Instead of the fucking.
Where's the landfill? As a homeless person, how would I get that there? I would need a barge, a truck.
Maybe.
I'm a homeless guy.
Well, even so, you would need
companies put locks on their dumpsters.
So you're saying that if you're a homeless
dumpsters is a business now. Dumpsters are a business now.
Of course.
So now I just can't use your dumpster.
Yeah.
The public trash can has a sign that says I can't put my trash in it.
No public dumping.
So if I could keep expanding upon this idea. My lawyer who would go to court with me if they did try to lock me up for putting trash in front of Camden Yards. So why did you put trash? Because they clean there every day.
That is fucked up that they would arrest you for throwing something in a public dumpster.
No, not arrest me, but the company they knew they would put locks on their dumpsters. Like if you go to behind McDonald's, there might be a lock on their dumpsters. There might be certain ones that don't.
There's people that throw their trash in there and then it fills their dumpster.
Because where are they gonna throw their trash?
Exactly. So I don't know. It just creates a big problem then.
And then they fine you. They fine you.
Yeah.
You know, and then you gotta have a certain amount of trash in front of your house that has to fit in cans. So you gotta buy enough trash cans, and then so somebody has to make those trash cans out of plastic. Then those plastic trash cans have that place to be stored. Then as you're filling them, then nobody's solving the problem.
Well, it's no secret that there's eventually gonna be like a tipping point with the pollution, man. I mean, eventually there's going to be so much waste that it's not going to be manageable anymore, right?
No. Well, the waste is already not. The waste has never been manageable. That's why we have waste
in
management.
there's like a fucking big pile of trash in the ocean, like the size of Texas or something. It's just floating around, or is that a myth?
I mean, all these things they don't exist on your plane like your kitchen.
So what now?
We're talking that all these things are really the same as your kitchen.
Yeah. If I don't see it, then it might not be there. Like you might not have a back. Like the back of your head might just be nothing, huh?
At the back of my head, it's not even.
It's not even there right now. It's not.
I
actually really do think that way. Yeah, I mean.
I'm learning how to. I'm learning what will is. Will is. This is I can't put it into words, but I can tell you where it is, where it's connected to. If you lay down and close your eyes and think, compared to if you lay down and close your eyes and dream. When you were thinking, you had like a certain hand on the steering wheel feeling. When you were dreaming, you may not have had that feeling. Then you have people say, "Oh, I dream lucidly." So are you thinking? Or is there still something that just happened that you just know about?
I don't know if I've ever had a lucid dream. Have you? I don't know.
What's the difference between that and life? That's the only thing about a lucid dream.
I guess because in a lucid dream, you could do things. Hold on. I think in a lucid dream, wouldn't you be able to do like anything you wanted to? And
yeah.
I know that you might say, "Oh, well, you can do that now," but no, you really can't. Like, I can't fly right now, dude.
The only thing that they would have to say about the lucid means clear. It just means clear. Doesn't mean you can.
It means that you're aware that you're dreaming. Yes.
Yeah, you're aware that you're dreaming. But that's.
Well, then I guess I do. I guess what I'm saying. Okay, so what is it when you have free will in your dream? Like you can do anything you want. Is that still like lucid dreaming?
Now, so like
if I want to jump off a building while I'm dreaming, then I can just fly, and like I'm willingly doing it.
All right. So, what do you want to do then? In life. Right now, while you're awake.
I want to be productive and create.
Do you do that in your dreams?
I want to help people.
Do you do that in your dreams? Are you helping people? Are you creating? In your dreams, you would have a laboratory that you designed, and it's there every time.
I have dreams about a lot of things, man.
No, you would do what you want to do. If you really had if you have dreams about life, I mean, you don't really want one thing. You don't really want anything. Right. It's a constant just flow of things, and that's why when you go to sleep, you don't just see one thing. It's not one thing that's crafted. That's why people say, "Oh, I have a dream to do this." Did you really dream that? Every time you go to sleep, is that what you see, really?
No, you had a thought. You have a desire, an ambition.
Is that what you see when you go to sleep? Are you a music artist every night? And then you wake up and you're not that. And so now you're like, I can't live this life because it's not the...
Well, I have had dreams where I was a professional musician, and at the time I really wanted to be. I've had dreams where I wanted to be a pro fighter, and I was in the ring fighting, and...
The other day I had my first falling dream where falling didn't... Where I didn't tense my astral body.
Like falling as in falling, like
I was falling from a height, and I didn't tense my body.
Fuck, I hate that. Dude,
I was cool. I was cool with the fall. I was just like,
really, you're cool with it?
I'm falling.
Because you knew it was a dream, or not.
No, it's cool falling.
Dude, I get terrified in dreams when I think I'm gonna die. Like there was this time I was driving a car on a mountain and the road was curving to the left, and I was trying to just naturally go to the left, but it wouldn't. It just kept going straight. I was gonna drive off the mountain and die, and I always fucking wake up when that happens, or I just go into another dream. I actually die a lot in my dreams. There's me dying. And have you ever had that shit happen to you where like you're almost asleep and you feel like you're falling and then you wake up? Does that ever happen to you? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I've had a lot of different experiences. Not quite like that. That made me think of one that I did have.
Tell
where
me.
Like me and my little sister thought me and my little sister thought that I levitated.
Really?
But the reason why we thought I levitated is because I in my dream I felt like more or less in my sleep I felt weightless.
Okay.
And then when I woke up, I yelled the word flight as I began to fall.
Whoa.
To the floor.
Okay.
But it wasn't like if you roll off the bed, I would have yelled flight when I was lower than the height of the bed. Or flight as I was rolling off the bed. I yelled flight while I was in the air.
Interesting.
And
So your sister saw this, or
she slept on the bottom bunk.
I see. So she was there in the room. Damn,
And
man.
we remember the night that I fell out of the bed.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis? Ever happened to you?
I've had
Happened to me once.
I've had regular paralysis.
For real?
I've had regular paralysis. I had time lapse. Time lapse. They're not scary. You could be afraid of it.
I want to hear some fucked up stories, man. Like some cool ass experiences you've had. I mean, because I'm sure you've seen so much, right? Like, have you traveled the world and like playing music? Like, have you been to different continents and all that? Or
Only
just,
here.
Oh, just Asia. So you toured back in the States, though. Obviously.
A part of me has the answer for that question of I've always been on tour.
You've always been on tour. So did you go all over the country, or was it kind of local?
No,
or?
I was just life. That's just my philosophy.
What do you mean?
Well, I never. If I break it down, I can say that. All right, so I moved around a bit as a kid. Not a lot. Like some people say, we moved there. I have nieces and nephews that moved around more than me.
Okay.
But they're in the same city.
Right.
They lived in so many parts of the same city. It's not fucking funny.
Damn. And Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right.
So many parts. Yeah. So many different houses.
Right.
So many apartments.
It's kind of tough on kids.
House, apartment.
It can be tough growing up and having to move a lot.
No such thing. We're all kids.
We're all kids.
Yeah.
I actually am a child. I'm a child with facial hair. It's pretty much true. So
when are people born?
When are people born?
Yeah, when they come out of the womb. For legal paper purposes, that's why we say that. Because it's something that I can attach paper to. But theoretically, not going to say theoretically, but I could. It's pretty much a theory that I'm speaking of, so I guess you can say theoretically. You were born when what? The sperm and the egg met?
You were born when your dad came inside your mom?
The sperm and the egg were first created inside each of your parents.
I would say.
Or when your parents were created to be the bearers of that sperm and egg.
I would say you're born once you become I guess like an embryo, I guess. What would that be? Like a fetus?
Like we see a tree as one tree. We look at a tree as one tree. That tree is not one tree. That tree is only here because another tree dropped seeds and that tree is here.
True.
So if that tree is here, that means that there was potentially an older, taller tree that was there that birthed these trees. So that every forest you see was birthed by bunch of trees.
Yeah.
If you leave trees alone,
grass.
if you leave trees alone, there's trees that like, I guess die.
Right.
But then there's trees that are like fucking, how old is this tree? Shit. There's pictures of people who have trees that are like the size of fucking.
There's some here in Cambodia, man.
Blocks.
They're
the stumps.
It's thick as this fucking room. I've seen a few here, man. Here in Cambodia. Have you like been outside of the city yet? Have you? Oh, you were just on a tour in Oakville, right?
Yeah.
How'd it go, man?
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
it's cool.
It's great. I'm going back. I'm going there. I'm still on that tour. I have to go. What time is it?
About to wrap it up soon anyway. 10:48.
Yeah, I'm gonna go book a bus ticket and try. I'll be out here at 2:15 on that 2:15 bus.
Cool. Well, I don't want to hold you up any longer, man.
You're not really holding me up.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the talk.
Yeah, let's talk, man. I'm just trying to get to know you.
This is stuff that's like it's coming out like stuff like this doesn't often get recorded. I have friends who record me while I'm talking.
Really?
Yeah, they might ask me or they might tell me afterwards to say, hey, can I use this?
Right.
But they record me while I'm talking.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Yeah, they record me while I'm talking and see, thing is, we're doing something. We're doing what we're supposed to do right now, and that's why it's working.
You're talking about the two of us talking.
We're doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be sitting here staring at the wall.
I've had different types of interviews. I've had interviews where.
Do you feel like this is like an interview right now?
As every conversation that's really about something is.
I guess you're kind of right. Unless you're talking about ideas. Like if you're
Well,
sharing
no
like
ideas too.
like if you're sharing philosophy, like
That's interview.
that's.
Interview. If anybody's talking about philosophy, sharing
So
ideas.
so what is interview then to you? I mean, like by definition.
It's a internal scope. I replaced the word view with scope. Internal scope.
Internal scope.
Internal scope.
Internal scope. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always kind of like thought of an interview as like when you're asking somebody like prepared questions to see if they're qualified to do something, whereas you and I are just more or less having a conversation.
No, qualified, I would ask you to do the task. Because I would want to see you do it. I want to see if your abilities qualify for the task that I want. So I would really just try you out physically.
Right.
But why would I need to talk to you to know your mental capacity, to have an understanding of you?
You don't think that you would have to talk to somebody to see if they're stupid or not? Or could you just tell by looking at them?
I mean, you talking to a person is one thing. You'll know.
I mean,
that to know if they're stupid. The word I replaced it with is competent for a job. So say if I'm trying to hire somebody to do computer like programming.
Sure.
And this person that came to this interview has whatever skill they have in computer programming. Now I can sit down and talk to them like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. So, what's your name? Oh, where you from? Oh yeah. So what type of
talk?
What school did you go to? Medium talk.
Medium talk.
Yeah.
Medium talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't stand that shit.
What school did you go to? Cause small talk. I think they only made it medium talk because it actually is about a job opportunity that there's
small talk
there's
is
a destination.
like, oh, it's cold outside today. Oh,
Yeah. There's absolutely no destination.
Oh, how about the Steelers? Huh? They're doing well, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
The destination is just it's like even more fabricated because it's not really connected to an action performed by you.
Gotcha.
Medium talk is like at least it's connected to an action performed by you.
You're all
like,
philosophical.
Like where have you worked? Where have you worked? Where have you been? Like have you traveled? Like you're getting a job. Oh, how long have you been in this city? Have you worked in this city before?
I get that. That's the most common question. Is how long have you been here? What are you doing here? When do you plan on leaving? You know, same old shit.
So if we offered you the job, how long would you work here? Then it might be job specific to the job. Like, okay, so like sometimes you might ask you questions like, so if this scenario would have happened, like kind of questions. But most of the questions are all hypothetical. All questions they are in that same tone as hypothetical. It's not like a question. Okay, so if I were to ask you to program a blah blah, you would know how to connect the da 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 with a, oh yeah. Just so are you familiar with? It's all like in that same tone. It's not like they even give you a command, like they state like a mission. Like, okay, so today we're going to refabricate this fucking module, blah, 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 some tech talk, right. And all right, so you'll be working on this particular part of it, and we're going to be upgrading this to this coded word jargon that means a process that has to be done in like many different directions and many layers over. You got to know exactly what you're doing. All right, cool. I'll leave. So that task could be something that we maybe would be in research and development. I would make I want to hire you for my company.
Right.
I'm a company that's like about like that type of tech company.
Right.
I would give you an assignment. Your interview would be for you to come because you might not be socially inept at fucking all, but you might be a fucking programming motherfucker. But because you couldn't talk to me about fucking where you're from and how warm
there's people like that. There's like savants. There's like guys who they can't tie their own shoe, but they can read a dictionary and remember every fucking word in 5 minutes. You know.
So I'd give you a task. It'd be a developmental task. I'd be like, okay, so this is what we do. We give out all our interviewees a task within our research and development department to see if you could try to develop any ground. Now, if you're able to develop ground on that, it can lead to an immediate hire, and you'd probably even get a bonus for what type of ground you covered. So it's an incentive to come to get on the ground running.
Okay.
And earn your position within the company, not just to come in and learn under somebody. Yeah, you want to learn this. If you just want to start at the bottom, we don't need people to do that. We don't need people. We have people that we started at the level they came in, with our entry level. If they go down from entry level, you don't need to come in here anymore.
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
eventually the entry level would eventually go up.
You would have to.
It would have to.
Or you're fired, I guess,
or,
right?
or we don't need you because we got fresh kids coming in here that
exactly.
do that
highly
that are learning
motivated
this
fresh
new shit.
kids too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the tech companies do.
Sure.
That's why these new big things are started by these young
It's
kids.
like that with gangs. It's like that with anything, man. They get new, fresh ones that are naive. They don't know the game, and then they get higher up. But yeah, you're right. I mean, like, of course, you wouldn't downgrade. You wouldn't want to be demoted, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Has that ever happened to me? Nah, I've always been promoted or just stayed in the same thing. Have you ever had like any straight jobs, like like legit jobs, like where you get a paycheck and all that?
All them shits, man. I probably worked about
A lot of
I did the count one day. I think it's up to about 19 jobs.
I still got you beat. 26. So you were saying you used to drive trucks though, man. That's actually kind of cool because I did that for years of my life, and that was actually my job before I moved here. I was a truck driver in Alexandria. Did this shit every single day, like going to construction sites, and man, that's a lonely ass lifestyle, dude. Especially.
Well, I was being the truck with guys. I was doing moving.
Oh,
I was lonely.
I also did moving too. I was working for moving companies, but I did like 18-wheelers. I did that shit cross country, man. And I used to smoke Demon. I used to get this shit called, like, the spice stuff. I used to smoke that shit when I was driving the trucks, man. I'm not sure if you've ever done that type of thing before, but don't ever smoke that shit, man. The shit'll fuck you up so badly.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, I thought so.
You thought I was 28? How old are you?
Same.
28. Cool, man. Yeah, man. So I've done things like working on an alpaca farm. I've been like a lead cook, trucker. I've done so much shit, man. I've been a drug dealer, all this crap, man. Here you go. Good on that, man. So like, what? I mean, you said you moved around a lot as a kid. I mean, what was it like growing up in Baltimore, man? Because I didn't grow up there at all. Like, was it a rough area? Was it a nice area that you grew up in? I mean, or kind of both, or what? What part of town are you from?
I had something a lot of them didn't have.
What's that?
I had something a lot of them didn't have. My family had a religious spiritual core on my mom's side, more or less from Christianity. Music background on my mom's side, from my grandmother and my mom. My cousins.
Mm-hmm.
My siblings too.
Okay. Cool, man. So.
And no, but then the other thing I also had was my dad.
You had your dad.
My dad was I could say my dad was probably the determining factor.
And what?
Because he was
determining
my
factor.
dad was a computer engineer.
Oh, okay. Smart guy. Nice.
But he was also like heavy on like philosophy. Big on philosophy.
I could tell you were too. Big time.
Yeah.
Do you read a lot?
Natural thing.
Yeah.
Lately, I don't read a lot.
But you do read.
Reading a lot is, to me, it's stupid.
Well, it's kind of
not stupid, but like for my own time. No, okay. Reading a book, it just takes up too much time for me to do it leisurely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I only read really if I just want information. I don't read for pleasure, to be honest.
It's pleasurable when I read, and I do it for pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
However, the content of what I read fucking like, yeah, man, I want some shit. I want something. Give me something. By the time I get to the end of the book, I want to feel enlightened in a new way. I want to awaken it, and every book gives you that.
Have you ever read the Dhammapada?
Huh?
The Dhammapada, it's a Buddhist book. Yeah, I never quite finished it, but books like that about basically like spiritual self-help, things like that, like following Buddhist principles, following those types of that type of lifestyle, man. Like things like nonfiction really interest me, but fantasy novels, I don't fuck with that because I'm already in fantasy land enough as it is. So
you know the one thing about Buddhism though, we gotta recognize that Buddhism. It's all it's in every religion. That's why I studied it, because the best words I can put this in to really be as blunt as I need to be, and as efficient and effective, they're all bullshit.
They're all bullshit.
All bullshit.
Talking about religion.
Every single one of them.
Sure.
Every single one of them. They're all bullshit. But the thing about the bullshit is, it's the only thing about the bullshit, is that, yeah, a good religion will tell you, would admit it's bullshit degree. Yes, I'm completely bullshit. To the core, I'm bullshit.
You're talking about the religion is bullshit.
Any religion will tell you at its core, I'm bullshit. The reason why?
There's no fucking proof.
Because I'm not you.
What do you mean?
Because the religion is not you.
Oh yeah. For sure.
And you're only trying to learn who you are through this religion.
Yeah, and I see. I don't agree with that, because you're basically reading like an ancient book by a bunch of ignorant fucking people, and you're trying to live your life based on that. Like, that just seems silly to me.
Well, no. The thing about it is, do you think everybody you see in present day has a lot of swag? You see a lot of people. We just talk about a lot of swagged out people. Like, awesome
people. Like to peacock, yeah.
Everybody walking through the street, they're all incredible. They're all like, so philosophical and so nice and kind and respectful to one another.
So you mean swag is an attitude, or swag is a style?
Spiritual integrity.
Okay.
Like somebody, are they all kind to each other? They're all loving to themselves and others. That's why we have so many bars. Because people it's not because people can just come there and drink water and have a good time too. No. You have to be coming here to spend money here, because the owner of the bar needs to survive, and they're surviving off of you having a vice of drinking.
Right.
Not completely obsessively, but kind of obsessively, kind of responsibly obsessively.
You kind of have to.
We want you to drink a lot, but we want you to drink enough that it doesn't kill you, so you can come back and drink a lot again.
Sure.
And just maybe invite your friends and come drink more.
You're just like a drug dealer.
Yeah, but everybody is in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
And or not. If you're not a drug dealer, you just
Did you ever get involved in drugs? Did you ever have a drug issue before? Because I'm sure you've been around it, being in the music scene. I'm sure you're exposed to that. Did you ever have a problem with that before?
Oh, my own personal problem with drugs?
Yeah, you ever got addicted to drugs before?
Addicted to drugs is a weird thing. I've never been addicted to drugs, drugs.
You know what I mean, man. Did you ever have a drug problem?
I never had a drug problem.
Yeah.
I never had a drug problem.
It's good, man. Nice.
I've had periods. For me, I'm different, man. I'm different.
You are. I can tell.
I'm not gonna say that I'm different. I'm different. I'm different than what I can be able to say in words. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. That's why I just say it's just it's a lot of parts that I would have to take out in order to say what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what's there. But there's a lot of things I can take out. As far as drugs, I had different points in life where I did drugs in different ways. It was usually more in a exploratory fashion. Well, exploring what exactly? Exploring myself, because I recognized that it altered something, and so that I wanted to benefit from the knowledge that could come from exploring whatever that altercation might have been.
That's a good reason to do it. Yeah, it's a great reason. What drug, like acid or something?
Just
all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but a lot.
Acid, mushrooms, Adderall, Molly.
I've wanted it. I've tried to find Adderall here, but they don't have it. They just have the Ritalin shit, which really doesn't work. But Adderall, man, there's a lot of people that get super into that. I mean, it's kind of like a meth. It's not meth, but it's like an amphetamine, right? Keeps you focused, keeps you awake.
Doesn't do anything to me.
But you.
That's why I microdosed it.
Oh, you were microdosing.
Yeah, more or less.
That's
I didn't know I was microdosing when I was microdosing.
He didn't know that.
I would just take a little bit of a drug every day, for
Did it have an effect on you overall? Do you think?
I would learn about their effect.
You would learn about the effect?
Yeah, like I would learn about the Adderall. Adderall can improve your systematic thought. When I was microdosing Adderall, I was very systematic. I was able to develop systems based off of the things like to be more efficient at what I was doing.
And that's kind of what it's for.
Or seeing numbers or seeing relation between things and patterns in life. When I was microdosing mushrooms, that was just mushrooms. Is
Never tried.
Just like a massive spiritual development for me. I really can't explain what.
So mushrooms had they had a pretty big impact on you.
No, it's not. I had an impact using mushrooms.
Okay.
I use mushrooms to make an impact. Like, what was the other thing? You have
DMT?
I did that once.
Yeah? What was that like for you? Was it life-changing?
No, they all make me realize what I already know, but the thing is, it's like a time travel movie. Every time travel movie is the same way. You realize that they kind of realize that they shouldn't have never went back and changed time.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't tamper with time. But then there's like another thing. Let me see. Like what is it more or less? It's like you shouldn't tamper with time, but it's kind of more in the sentiment of that things were perfect the way they were.
Okay. Things are perfect with. Can you explain that?
Everything is perfect.
Everything is perfect all the time.
The way that it is.
So you believe that everything is the way it's supposed to be then?
It's supposed to be is not up to me.
Okay.
But perfection is something that I can only understand if as something that no known flaw.
Yeah. That's fair enough. What time we got here? I actually do have a client coming fairly shortly.
Cool.
Which is good. We actually went way longer than I thought. We went over an hour, man. Sweet. So, dude, just real quick, you're on tour here, so I'm gonna plug and tell people what you're all about.
I mean, I'm not a plug person.
Okay, so you don't.
All I would say is like.
Any shout outs?
All I would say is that as far as a shout out, man, there's no really even shout outs to give. Like there's people who we all know, we talk, we connect. We all know who we are to each other when you make that known. That's the kind of person I am. So anybody who I have that kind of connection with, they know about it. And what I can say is that, on a world tour, #PowerOurPlanet is something that would lead people to find out more information. My name is Stanford Reid. I'm sure that'll be spelled out, but it's Stanford like the university.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your name up.
Reid. Yeah, I already know that. So it's like I don't even know what else to say. I feel like anybody who was listening heard.
You guys heard it, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. So, anyways, guys, the B-hole. Catch y'all soon. Peace.